Hey, it's me AP. Welcome to the new video series I've started called Making a Web Series. Today I am looking at creating story ideas. So let's jump into this. Creating story ideas. Where do I start? So I've created a few different web series as it stands now, and all of them very different, and the basics of starting the stories, creating the stories, has changed all the time. Now I feel like I've got it down to a routine that works for me and I think can work for other people as well. So for me, creating story ideas for web series basically starts off with creating elements of the story. So when I say elements, I mean plot lines, things that I want to go into the story. Maybe there's a funny joke I wanted to go in. So basically what I'll do is, this is not in any timeline order, first of all, just think of things what you want it to go into your story idea and what's your story about. So say your story is about an office, so like the Office series, what would go on in an office? So for me, if it was in an office, I'd have elements. I'd have maybe, there'd be someone working at a desk doing the work. That would be one element I'd want to put into the story. Maybe there'd be an element where, someone comes in the office and they complain, or they complain to the manager. That would be another element of the story. I continue to put all these elements in on the list, and it's just literally just writing down on a list of paper. I always do this, write down a list of paper, and then, once you've got your solid, like a good, decent list of elements, then I go into scripting, and then it's a case of like ticking them off, putting them into the story. But I think the idea of using elements is a really easier way to create stories, and just it's sort of an idea tank really. You're just throwing loads of different ideas on the piece of paper, tons of things, and it's not a case, you don't always have to use them all. You can sometimes keep some of them elements, them story ideas, for another time, for another webisode, but it just really helps rather than just going into, I want to go straight into scripting, and I've got a rough idea of a story, or you start scripting. I think just having them elements and plot lines, it's easy. Then it's like you've got your inventory. It's just you go into that, and then you can write around things like with the elements. So I think using story elements is great for storyboarding. But yeah, again, it's great to have a concept and an idea as well of what you want to do with story, any type of story. So for instance, I do the Masters of the Radio web series. Initially it started out as a music mockumentary, but then it went into more of a fantasy comedy, so something like a Guardians of the Galaxy sort of idea. And obviously the concept of that story, the genre of it changed, but then I use different elements throughout, and that's how I changed the story. But it's good to know what type of thing you're making first. Obviously, you're going to make a comedy, you're going to make a drama, know your setting of where it's going to be as well. Having these little things then creates more ideas. So again, having a setting, say, like I said, if you're saying your story is set in an office, then you use elements of what would be in an office, like maybe, like I said, desks, printers, staff members. That is a good idea to start off. Where's your setting? Where is your story taking place? And grow it from there. Just grow the ideas, create more elements, create more plots. That's the way I would, create story ideas for your web series. If you enjoyed this video today, please do give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more creative content. My name is AP Stevens. Have a great day.